Hey everyone, this is J-Dog, and I'm here with another video. I am boycotting the NFL this year. One of the reasons why is because of what happened to a man named Colin Kaepernick, as well as the mistreatment of black NFL players. Colin Kaepernick saw the many videos and news reports about police brutality and violence against the black community. We know that Colin Kaepernick is a biracial man, but he is not only half white, he is also half black. He realized the brutality that was happening with the black community, so he wanted to protest it by kneeling or sitting down at the national anthem. At first, he wanted to sit down and just not stand up for the national anthem. But thanks to the help of a Navy SEALs soldier, from that Navy SEALs veteran, the Navy SEALs gave Kaepernick the idea of kneeling during the national anthem, because kneeling pays somewhat of respect to the falling soldiers. As you know, the national anthem was written by a man named Francis Scott Key during the War of 1812. Until now, people have now learned that the national anthem is actually nothing more than what you call the ultimate diss song. This diss song is not going after a certain rapper, it's going after the entire black community. It mocked slaves during slavery, especially slaves that were willing to fight with the British in order to gain freedom against the American colonists. So anyway, this national anthem that this country has is nothing more than a racist song against black people. A diss song. That's why a lot of people are so proud to sing this national anthem. And if anyone disrupts that national anthem, they get wild and crazy and look like they want to riot or start a war over the national anthem. Even though Colin Kaepernick's protest was an honorable, peaceful protest, you had these racists, even Donald Trump, getting mad because they're saying it's disrespecting the flag, disrespecting the troops, disrespecting police officers. In fact, police officers is why he's doing the protest, because they're brutalizing black people for no reason. So there's been a number of protests which has hurt the NFL ratings and finances. Some of their sponsors are even being boycotted. Some protests are against Kaepernick, others are for Kaepernick, against what the NFL is doing. And that's why we, in the black community, need to continue boycotting, and more of us need to do this boycott and not watch not a single NFL game. I boycotted last year, and I will continue my boycott. We need to boycott any sponsors, as much sponsors as possible, until they drop out of funding the NFL. When the NFL realized that they're losing money, they decided to file a new policy to make NFL players stand if they're going to stand on the field and sidelines. Now, when the national anthem is being played, they can go into the locker room, stay in the locker room, and protest there, so they cannot be seen. But you know, they'll find a way to get players to be forced out, to come out, because they'll probably change the policy to make them be forcible, because you know a lot of the fans are going to try to find out who's staying in the locker room and try to go after them. They're going to go after any player that stays in the locker room and make them change the policy where they have to go on the field during the national anthem. But if they kneel during the national anthem, the entire team will get a 15-yard penalty and be fined. Players are even at risk of getting fired. This is also why I think players' ultimate protest will be to walk out and not play no more games. And then also it is time that the black community starts developing its own league, just like Ice Cube did with creating a basketball league called Big 3. Another story. Now I know this article is back in July 10, which was maybe a few weeks ago, a week ago, or a few weeks, a couple weeks, but it needs to be talked about. You see, a couple weeks ago, the NFL Players Union decided to file a grievance over the national anthem policy. I'm not going to read much, but I will leave a link to the article. And it looks like the NFL Union, here's some players who were kneeling during last year's NFL. As you know, they are not, the Players Union and some of the NFL players are not happy with the policy. And of course, a lot of black fans are not happy with the policy being forced. I can tell you now, they need to just walk out and stop playing the NFL. But that's all I have to say. I will leave a link to this article. You can read it yourselves. Yeah. All I gotta say is, don't watch the NFL if you happen to watch this video. I don't feel like even reading this, because I am very angry with the NFL, and that's why I will not watch the NFL. And you should not watch the NFL, but I will leave the link to the article if you want to read it. It's from the Atlantic Black Stars by the Associated Press. I will leave a link in the comment section and description box. But I say, I'm glad that they're filing grievances, so hopefully this could maybe change the policy or return it back to where they have the rights to protest, because it's their First Amendment rights. And as for us, we need to not watch not one game in the NFL this year. But read in the comment section what you think. Thank you for your time. Boycott the NFL. That's all I gotta say. Boycott the NFL. Don't watch no game. I have multiple channels on social media. I'll leave the link to some of them in the comment section and description box. Thank you for your time, and I hope to catch y'all in another video.